I know it's unexpected, late at night. It's almost 12 o'clock Eastern. Sunday, June 10th, 11th. Today's the 11th, I think it is. Unexpected go live. I went live on my other channel, my RC channel, and we talked UFO stuff. So I figured I would go live here for a few minutes and see if you guys are on to see if you want to talk about some of the stuff that happened over the last couple of days, especially this week. We've had a couple of I say breakthroughs this week. Don't know how true those will come out to be, but we had one with David coming out, and then we had this kid Angel that had an incident that happened in May 1st, and he's recently come out. So we'll give you guys just a minute. I'm gonna try to go down because I'm gonna try to look at it on this phone to make sure everything is fine, and I'll get to you guys' comments. And we're just gonna have an open discussion. We did on the other one. We were live with her for a little bit over an hour. So I'm not sure how long we'll be live over here, but we'll go ahead and do it anyway. So what's going on, Judge? Over here, we're in Atlanta, Georgia. So it's about almost 11:45 here. So I figured I'd go live for a minute. Yep, David Gush. So you guys are on here. We're live. Colleen just joined. What's up? Appreciate you guys joining in. Like I said, open discussion. We've had a couple things that happened this week. Put out some videos. I put the video out here. I didn't put on my other channel about the kid. I don't know what you guys think about that. I did find his channel. You guys did send it over to me, so I do appreciate that as well. I do appreciate the help you guys give me for this channel because I can't grow this and I can't do this channel on. I do need you guys' help with this. So things are getting crazier. You are right, Hansford. That is. I think personally we'll get better disclosure this year, 2023. That's just me though. So what do you guys think about it? That's kind of why we're in this open discussion. I try to keep these open discussions and these lives about you guys. I don't want to say, guess it's all about me and buy my stuff. I don't want to do that. That's just not me. So let's see what's going on. Ashley says thoughts on the MH370 footage. I'm not sure what you're talking about, the MH370. What is that about? Yep, I'm back. What's going on, Jesse? I am back again. Some of you guys were on my other channel when I went live, and that was a few minutes ago, and I said I would go live here. Because this channel is dedicated to UFO and paranormal stuff. It really is. It's all that and it's nothing else. It's just, I've been doing more UFO stuff because it's kind of trying to get caught up on that, but oh, dang, that sucks. You can't see that interview. Oh, I hated how they restrict certain things in certain countries. That's so, I don't know. Now, I do have a Rumble account. It is in my description. And I do put stuff, I stopped doing my Rumble account because I wasn't getting that many views on it. And I do have Instagram. I don't think Rumble really blocks you. But that's why I created it. I have a Rumble and an Instagram account as well. And it is in the description, not on this video, it's on my other videos. But I do have that there. So you guys that can't see certain things on YouTube, I think you can go there on Rumble and see it. And I haven't loaded to Rumble in a minute because I wasn't getting that many views. I was putting a lot of work into it. And I think I got about 50 plus videos. And I'm getting like 2 views. And so and it could be me not tagging it right or whatever. But, so maybe I'll put them out there. You can see that there. Yeah, James, I said that too about the Vegas incident. That happened May 1st, and now it's big news. So that is suspect right there. We do say sus on that one. That should have been allowed May 2nd. It shouldn't have been a whole month. Now, some people may be right. Maybe the government did go in and say, hey, look here, we need to talk. You don't need to put this and this out and say this and that. You say anything else other than that, you're going to be in trouble. We don't know. But that is kind of suspect that it has been almost 40 days since that incident happened, and we're just now getting it, and it's big news. Why is it taking so long, and what's going on? So I do understand why people would question that Vegas incident. And, I saw his channel. I did some stuff on this channel, and it does look like he's kind of reading, but I understand why he may be sounding like he's sounding because English is not his first language. So he may be trying to translate what he's thinking in Spanish into English. He may have written some stuff down. I don't know. That's just my speculation. Reading his body language from it. So, but it is suspect. I don't know why we're 40 days later just not hearing about this. So Colin says she's trying to remain unattached, but hopefully I know it's. I appreciate that, James. You want to order a T-shirt? I think the code is JT JAYTEE, and I think you may get $5 off if that's still active. I think that may still be valid, but there are T-shirts out there. So I don't try to buy my T-shirts promoted, but I do appreciate you guys do. You buy a T-shirt, send me a picture. I'll put you on my next video because I've done it before. I just stopped doing as much. So Swifty in there says snag a VPN. Okay. Oh, you mean we probably said how they promote that stuff. So Greg says I believe the UFOs are 3D printed, seamless, without electronics being part of the ship. Yeah. Now Bob Lazar did talk about that. He said in the 80s or 90s, late 80s or 90s when he came out with this, it did look like somebody took a candle and melted it and put it together. Now 3D printing wasn't a thing back then, but it is now. I mean, they're 3D printing houses. They're doing neighborhoods in like a week, a whole neighborhood, because they're 3D printing them. So I don't know why some company has not 3D printed the first airplane or airship or whatever. Somebody should do that to see how that's going to work. And I'm pretty sure somebody's going to do that really soon. So MH370 was missing in 2014 and never found till now. There's some footage I've uploaded in my channel. There's 3 orbs circling the plane. Okay. So they just found the airplane. They didn't find anybody passengers. They didn't find any dead bodies or what? I'm just trying to understand this. I think I heard of some flights before going missing. So I don't know if this is one of them or not. I'm talking to people, so I have to read your comment too, actually, and I have to tell them kind of what's going on. So if you can put some more information, if you're able to type it, that would be great, and I can read it off to them. So basically in 2014, the flight was missing and they found it now. But they're saying that there's 3 orbs circulating the plane. So did they find bodies, skeletons, or the bodies weren't there or what? So that'd be interesting. So if you could put out some more information, I appreciate that. And if you guys can smash the like button for me, we got about close to 30 people on, but 10 likes. So I'd appreciate it. It helps out with the algorithm. I'm trying to grow this channel so we can start getting more stuff out. More users are coming to me and they're giving me information, videos, and stuff like that. So I'd like to promote this more. If we can, I can only do it with you guys' help. I can't do it by myself. I can only do so much. And some of the videos I put out is because you guys tell me, like, for instance, this flight MH370, whatever. I'd like to get more information on that because I can do a quick snippet on it. I can do a 10, 15, or 5-minute video on it just so we can start getting comments out there because there may be someone who may know more or less or know nothing about it, and it's good for people to see it. So believe it or not, you guys do help me out with this channel with videos because I've got an archive of videos I want to do, but I don't have time to get to them. And then you guys tell me information like, oh, that's a quick video I can do. So could be some weird plant related materials too. Yeah. So Juan says he's wondering if San Bernardino is the only place I keep seeing a bright light as soon as the sun goes down. And a couple weeks ago, I seen the same bright light with 3 more lights next to it. Get some pictures, man. Get some videos. That's the best way. If you want me to, anybody, not just you, but if you guys want me to put this stuff out here, get some photos, get some videos. The best you can take when you start seeing a continuous phenomenon out there, and I'll put it out here. Because if you're seeing it, somebody else has seen it. Maybe it's been debunked. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's that. But that's the best way I think that together we can kind of expose some of this stuff that's going on. So get some photos, get some videos, unless someone in this live chat has seen that, and we can put that out there. So the Las Vegas video, the only thing that threw me off was that he was describing what happened. He looked like he was reading pre-written statements or something. And yeah, and he could have been. I mean, it's been over a month. So I only say it looked like he may have been reading because if English isn't his first language, he may have been thinking in Spanish what he needs to say and try to translate to English, and he's maybe not clear with it because his demeanor in talking on his video, and he does have a channel, and the 911 call is about the same. You think we'd be like, oh my gosh, I seen this. Now, maybe he should have called 911 and did it in Spanish. Maybe he would have been more excited. I don't know. So I do get it that he may have been reading from a script. He may have written it down so that he can communicate better to people about what's going on. He's going to be famous, in the next couple of weeks, couple months. People are going to want to know. Now, what he should do, he should be drawing what he saw. This is what we saw. I got an artist that I can communicate with and we can get it, whatever. And I think I may do that. I need to reach out to him this week, see if I can talk to him. But if he can sketch down what he saw or give me some detail, I can have my artist draw it and we can actually see what he saw. And I'll actually do a story of what actually happened. I mean, I'll have my artist draw everything out and then we can decide from there whether it's true or not. But I think that he needs to get that out. He needs to draw what he saw the best he can or get with an artist who can draw based on descriptions and get that out. And then we'll see. So that's just my take on the whole Las Vegas thing right now. Be cautious. There are people putting his video out like it, and they're acting like they're him. I did see one guy do that. I thought that was kind of shady, acting like they were the actual person when they're not. Because it's clearly in his video, he says, this is my first video. And then you click on the guy's channel who's taking his stuff. And he's got several videos. He's got a lot of videos, actually. So he's trying to grow his channel stuff, which you shouldn't do that. But that's different. But all right, so back to some comments here. Cool, Ashley. There was the Malaysia commercial plane. So read Judge's comment there. Maybe he just wanted to make sure he mentioned everything. That could be true too. He could be reading to make sure he didn't want to forget nothing, because if he messed up one little detail, people, oh, he's lying, he's faking, he just da 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 da, and it happened over a month ago. So something like that, we probably wouldn't forget, but he probably did. So there is satellite footage with coordinates on the bottom left, but it's half chopped off. I follow the coordinates and it shows that the plane was above. Okay. I need to get some information. If you can, put a link or something, and I'll look at that in just a little bit. So it's the missing plane from 9 years ago. But did they find bodies and stuff? I mean, were there no bodies, or they just found a plane, or what? Because, there would still be some probably skeletons or something if the plane didn't explode and blow up. And that could be someone saying that the beings could be so advanced that they just kind of manifest. I mean, that's how the Men in Black are. I mean, or were the original ones. I'm still reading this book. It's probably backwards. Flying Saucers and the Three Men. This is talking about the first time that this person saw the Men in Black. And they manifest in his room at night. And they told him to stop doing what he was doing. He was doing a news article. He's publishing out every week. I think it was a space review or something. And he talks about it. He talks about how he was in his bedroom and these three beings just came through the wall and they smelled like burnt sulfur. And they told him he needed to stop doing what he's doing or else. So some of them could be able to do that. And that could lead to some spiritual stuff, which I think Dr. Stephen Greer needs to be kind of cautious of. But that's a whole nother subject. So. All right. Yeah, if you guys have pictures, email them over to me. /JT@yahoo.com, our little kingdom builder at Gmail. You can go to the this page and go to the contact information. My email address is there. So you can always send me, anybody can. You can send me stuff and I'll look at it and see what it is and see if it's legit or not. Or put it out here. I mean, if it's something that I know it's just not right, or I can't tell what it is, then I won't put out. Somebody sent me some photos the other day and I couldn't really tell. So I'll probably end up putting those in the community page to see what you guys think about it. But if I get enough photos, I'll do a whole video on all photos. So. All right, so the Pentagon looks to not know what the Pentagon is doing. Yeah. It's a lot going on, but I think we'll get better disclosure this year. I'm not saying full disclosure, but it would be kind of cool at this point. The tech is our only hope for power from, yeah. I believe the kid 100%. no doubt. I'm just hoping all this stuff is finally out in the open. No more hidden tech or hidden motives. I know. It's still kind of suspect that if there are a lot of species if there's stuff visiting this planet, why is it always at night? Why is it always hidden? Um, some people try to do the Star Trek um, thing where they say, "Oh, we're not supposed to intervene with it." Man, whatever. I don't believe in that. I think that that's just something they learn from the movies or TV. I think that they should just come down and say we're here. But so there's no bodies. Was there any evidence of anybody on there, or was just nothing? It was just they found the plane. Because if they found the plane, they would find some kind of human remains, right? They would see something. You would think. I know it's been a minute, a couple years, several years. But you think they would see something? I mean, our bones. The human bone. People don't realize it's hard to like get rid of. I mean, it can disintegrate over time and stuff, but it's going to be hard to. I mean, we will still see the human bones out there. So it'd be nice if they know they found something on there other than just a plane, because that's making me think about the whole 9/11 thing, which we won't get into with that. But yeah, there is a lot more of us than them. So James says Wine may be seeing a sundog. I do tend to jumble. Judge says I do tend to lean towards biblical direction because the Bible can we can entertain angels. Yep. There's a lot going on. I do have stuff that I've written down that I've started on somewhat, letting you guys know the difference between what the Bible says about angels and being led by the Holy Spirit compared to what the History Channel is trying to feed to us, because those weren't alien beings in the Bible. Um, and I think they need to be cautious of what they're trying to feed people. But that's going to be the way of the world with that. But I do have stuff with that. I do have still you guys the ARV versus the sport model video, which I think you guys will actually like that. There's big differences between the two. Same functionality. It's just one's more high tech. It's like comparing a car from 1910 to 2023. Huge difference. That's the way I'm looking at it. They both are cars. They both function. One's gonna be better than the other, and that's the kind of way I'm looking at it. They can get you from A to B. I think one's more functional than the other. And the sport model is way more advanced than what we try to create. So I don't know who they got those designs for the ARV from, the animal reproduction vehicle, but the sport model is far beyond that. And I started to think about the Gulf Breeze UFO sightings. Maybe they got that tech from them, because if you look at those mushroom shaped UFOs, it does look like a Tesla coil underneath it. So maybe it was a Tesla coil, the mercury in it circulating, that's how that's happening. But that does remind me that they're not even put together the same, the ARV and the sport model. Completely different. And remember, they bought Bob Lazar in to reverse engineer the sport model with earthly materials to see if that could be possible. So with that said, it's a huge difference between the two. They have the same functionality, but the sport model is just light years ahead. I mean, it didn't have any controls in it. From what we heard from Bob Lazar, there was no, like, the ARV's got, like, it's kind of weird. It's got like a little ball underneath it, and it's got like a little laser light that points up, and you can move it, and then the Tesla coil at the bottom of it kind of moves like this, and it helps the craft to turn. And of course, it creates an anti-gravity field like around it. It's got mercury in it that circulates around and stuff, but it's a lot to the ARV. But still, comparing that to the sport model, it's completely different, because the sport model didn't function like that. But that's me ranting on about that video. All right, getting back to a couple of the comments. I'm gonna start from the bottom, work up to a couple of them. Okay, you guys are communicating amongst yourselves. I heard the older ones from the 90s were 87% efficient. So, um, sorry, y'all. I got a couple of things going on here. I do have some people that are actually okay. So you guys are seeing my. I went live on my other channel, and some people are actually emailing me videos and images and stuff. So I do appreciate that. I'll definitely show them to you guys. Sorry, I'm actually answering other questions too. So I do have these I will be showing to you guys soon. And let's see, back to the comments. So someone asked, what is Skywatch, James? I think James asked something about Skywatch. Colleen says, you have to check out the telescope finds in Ukraine. Okay. And see, it's stuff like this. It's stuff like that I need to know because I'm not in the know of everything. I wish I was, but you know, it's a lot going on with that. And that stuff that I see, stuff like this, and I just need to jot it down and check on it and get back to you guys on it. I'm kind of losing my voice because I was talking for over an hour on the other channel. So hopefully I won't start coughing and hacking up too much. So overall, I'm taking that you guys like what's going on this channel. I know I still owe you guys interviews and stuff like that. But you guys pretty satisfied with what's going on the channel so far. This is just me asking just in general because I do like to get feedback. I do see the feedback in the comments when I put the videos up. I think that some people don't like some of the things that are put out, but I'll get that maybe once a video, which is fine. We're to expect that, but and going back to these, said it took an injection mold. Yep. So reading you guys' comments real quick. Yes, I do. My email is either backlashjt@yahoo.com, BACKLASH, or littlekingdombuilder@gmail.com. If you go to this channel and you look at the contact information, you'll see it there. You'll see what's going on there. You'll get my contact information. You can see the Little Kingdom Builder Gmail. Because I get emails, like I said, I'm starting to get them kind of every other day, every couple of days. I just got several emails from a couple people on both my email addresses. So I'll be checking out what they sent over. Looks like it's some pretty interesting stuff. Some videos and also some images. I think I'll be putting some of this on the community page soon so you guys can see that. So if you're saying send videos to me without losing quality, email you could, but you can also do Instagram. I have Instagram. You can message me on Instagram and I can download the videos from there. So you could do that too as well if you want to send those over. I think Instagram is a better way. And I can also, when I package the video instead of doing 1080p, I can do it at 4K. Now, YouTube does have a problem with 4K videos. It takes forever for them to get them in high quality. So if you send them to me, I'd have to actually load it. And it would take about 48 hours or so to load that up in 4K quality. It's kind of crazy with YouTube. It just takes a long time to load that up. But I appreciate that. Somebody just give me about the channel. I know when I first started, some people were like, "Oh, you're going to be a spam UFO channel." I'm like, "How is that being a spam UFO channel?" I thought that was interesting because I was putting out information and I was trying to actually backtrack, and I still haven't done it. I actually have a timeline that I've written down from 1939 up until recent, actually now, of UFO encounters. It's just a long video. And I don't know if y'all may watch an hour-long video, but I've been trying to find images that I can use to back that up that won't get, any strikes or anything on it. But I've got a timeline where I talk about some of the major UFO encounters. Now, I know when I put it out, some people are going to be like, well, you missed this, you missed that. I probably missed a lot. But at least it touches on a lot of major points. Of course, the ever popular Roswell, and just all kinds of stuff. So Kenneth Arnold sighting when the term flying saucers was first coined. I think what he saw was the drawing was boomerang shaped, but it did have a wedge in between it. So I think he may have seen something like a stealth bomb or something. That's just based off his drawing and stuff. That's what it looked like. And of course, he was flying a plane that was only a couple hundred miles per hour, and then you're seeing something that's going 800 to 1,000. It's going to look like it's really fast. So, because his drawing did not look like a UFO, it looked like a flying wing. And I actually saw 1939. It may have been 1938. They actually were trying to fly a flying wing, but it had propellers on it. It had two propellers on each side, and they got it up to flight, but it was unstable. And one of the persons that you can't even find this documentary anymore, which is amazing. But they said the reason why um, it wasn't able to fly was because they didn't have the computers to do the calculations to keep it stable, but now they do. And of course, they did that 10, 15 years later with the stealth bomber design and all that. But so I thought that was interesting. And I think it was 1938, 39. I saw that video because I saw it. It was actually going like this and it tried to fly and it just couldn't be stable because propellers, one couldn't spin probably quick enough to keep it stable. And they didn't have they didn't even have computers back then really to do the calculations to keep it stable. So that design's been out for a while. Just to say that. So I think what Kenneth Arnold saw was something like that, and maybe not a UFO. But it helped us to get into this because based on his drawings, like I said, it was more boomerang shape with the point in the middle than it was saucer shape. So anyway, quit my yapping and get back to some of these comments you guys are saying. The stream is for free one day. Apparently, maybe the link is in the official channel. Okay. Or you get a 3-day stream. All right. I do enjoy your comedy and all your videos. I appreciate it. So you guys are liking the channel thus far. I know a lot of you guys do. Sometimes I get some derogatory comments, but I mean, I'm trying to at least put stuff out every couple of days because there's a lot that we could cover. I mean, there's a lot actually, and I could go back and cover it. And there's a lot of editing I have to do for the videos because I do plan on making them better. I just need to put time into doing it. Like I want to get into doing some more stories and showing actual video footage of stories, people, eyewitness testimony and stuff. And I actually want to get some of you guys on here too. I want to do interviews where I'm interviewing you guys on the channel. So Tara said, what's your opinion on the contactee phenomenon starting in the 1950s? You may have to touch up on that a little bit more so I can refresh my memory. When I go live, my brain kind of just freezes up. But the contactee phenomenon, if you mean as far as alien beings contacting people and communicating with them, like for instance, Billy Meyer. I do believe that Billy Meyer saw something. I do believe he may have a photo of maybe a couple of things. I don't believe all of Billy Meyer's photos and videos. And I know some people don't like that, which this is just my belief in him. Just because of some of the stuff looks like I'm gonna use this ketchup package. He just took something, he just kind of flung it around and was filming it. It just doesn't look authentic. It doesn't look real. Now, some of his photos do, and some people have proven that one of the photos he took of a craft was real. I believe he may have seen an ARV, an alien reproduction vehicle. And I do believe that he may have seen that and tried to recreate it and put it out there. He has one video where he's filming and he's got a craft up on a hill, and the craft is just sitting there, it doesn't move at all. And he kind of walks up there for a few minutes and he walks back and gets his camera, and that's it. We don't see the craft take off. We don't never see the crafts actually take off. A lot of times when we see the videos of today and even of the 80s and 90s, the crafts are just flying and they're not just like they're posing like, hey, take a picture of me. So if you're talking about contactees like that, then I do believe that someone or some people may have been, but I think that if you were in contact with them, especially today, you're going to want some evidence or you're going to come back with some information or knowledge that is going to prove that you were in contact with these, whatever it may be. That's just my opinion. I mean, you wouldn't just come out with these stories. I mean, Billy Meyer, if wasn't he taken to their planet or something too? I would have got some evidence. You know, I don't know. That's just me. I would have got more evidence to back my story up. Yep, the Nazis have the flying wing. The Nazis have some technology. If you guys haven't watched this movie, watch Above Majestic. The first 15, 20 minutes is really good, and then they get into people talking about being off planet and stuff, which I'm still having a hard time believing, but it's probably true. I don't know. But Above Logistics talks about that. And I probably need to do a movie review on that. That probably be the first one I do because it's actually a very, very interesting movie. Um, it talks about the Nazis and how they were given technology. Because think about it, the Nazis went from A to Z really quick. I mean, they went from propeller-driven planes to jets, just like that. And then they had what we're thinking was Foo Fighters and stuff. And then, of course, when the war ended, from what we think, they went in and took a lot of information. They had the Bell and stuff, so they were experimenting with anti-gravity devices. For some reason, they I guess gave up on the jet engine. They still had them, but they found something more superior to that. But they talk about that, and they said that the Nazis didn't lose the war; that they just moved everything to Antarctica, and there was a lot of stuff going on with that. How true all that is, I don't know. But they also said the first interstellar craft were actually submarines, and they talk about the reason why is because submarines were modular and they could make them bigger, longer, smaller, whatever. And since they were already airtight and the crew was already used to being, cramped up in that space for months and years at a time or whatever, they were the first vehicles that were actually doing interstellar travel. And I do believe, and this is just me, that a lot of the cigar shaped UFOs people saw in the 60s and 70s were those. How true that is, I don't know. That's just, I seen some pictures and I was like, that does look like a modified submarine. How true that is, I don't know. But the movie Above Majestic talks about that. And then it talks about people being off planet and everything. So back to the comments. Um, James says, I'm thinking that the Tic Tac craft is ours. It could be. It's funny how he said he was here circulating around, and the craft was like circulating up and kind of mimicking his moves, and it just took here and it shot off. So maybe they were messing with it. Maybe it was a drone or something. I don't know. That was kind of funny though. So I appreciate that, James. Yeah, trying to keep the channel going. So yep, actually that's true. And they were actually the first ones to broadcast a TV broadcast overseas. They did it for one of the Olympics. I believe it might have been the 1934 Olympics or something. They were the first ones to do something like that. So sorry, I'm looking at a couple things and answering a couple of comments on something else. And I'm looking at, maybe I can pull one of these up and show this to you guys. So someone just sent me some UFO footage. Okay. So a Jordan just sent me over some UFO footage to one of his videos, which I'll check out. And then on my other email, Harley has sent me a couple of photos. Now he sent me photos before. I don't know if I can show this to you guys and you'll see it looking good or not. You guys see that? It's kind of reflecting back. So he has sent me several photos like this. I'm going to go ahead and just do a slideshow and download his photos up and just put them up for you guys to see because he really wants you guys to see this. I think he had a video and he did screen captures of it, of things like that. Hopefully that's not too bad when you guys are seeing that, but he's got stuff like this, and I'm working on software where I can actually stream for my live video. It's going to have like a little something right here on the side where I can show this. But he's been sending me emails for the last couple of days of some of this stuff that he's seen, and hopefully this is showing to you guys too as well. You see that? So I'll have to get this out and show this to you guys in a couple of days, and let me know what you guys think about that. Hopefully that wasn't too bad in seeing that, but. All right, so are there any questions, concerns, stuff y'all want to talk about? Because if not, we can end this early. I just wanted to go live and say hi so you guys see my face again. I don't show my face a lot. It's just, I just don't. I figure you guys are interested in the UFO stuff. I may go to Skinwalker Ranch. I may take a visit out there. I don't know for sure, but I may go out there and see what's going on. I keep thinking about it, but I don't know if I want to do it. But Studio 51 is called Above Majestic. I can probably find it real quick because I did buy it on YouTube, but I may not be able to see it on this one. Yep, here it is right here. So hopefully you can see that. You guys see that there? I'll do a movie review on this soon. But I did buy this. This is actually pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. I bought it a while back, so hopefully you guys can see that. It's actually worthwhile. I think when you start watching it, you'll be like, "Oh wow!" Get your popcorn out and chill and relax because this is good. So I'll do a movie review on it. Okay, you got it. It's good. So it's good. I needed. There was another one. I think it was called something Code. I can't think of the name of it right now, but I watched. It might have been Alien Code or something. The best part of that whole movie was when the Men in Black actually visited this guy. Those two actors did a good job of it. So I'll have to start doing movie reviews. Maybe I'll do movie Monday on the channel where I do movie reviews and you guys see that because they've got some pretty good movies out there and documentaries. I think that you guys, if you haven't seen it, it'd be good to see. And I think it'd be good to expose that out there to you guys and get your opinions on it. So I definitely need to start that. And I need to start getting these book reviews out. I just need to start putting more time and effort. The channel's actually starting to get more views on the videos. They're getting about 1,000 views, which is good. Usually on YouTube, you get your number subscriber count. You get about 5 to 8% of those views. So if you got, you know, 1,000 subscribers, you can usually get about I say 6 to 10% views on that starting out, and then it kind of grows. So we are hitting the 1,000 view threshold, which is good. So we are getting above 1,000. So I will start doing reviews on stuff like this, and I'll be leaving links to their videos and our books below with this, so you guys can see that because I think some of this stuff I've been seeing is pretty good, and even on stuff like unsolved mysteries in the movies and the TV show sightings and stuff. There's still some videos out there on YouTube that have that out there, so I can start doing that or giving you guys a link or title to it and talking about it. So I think that'd be pretty good to show that to you guys. So James says Phil Croswell says the Roswell craft was the shape of the Arnold sighting. Would that be interesting? Did you guys see the lady on Joe Rogan that said that the Roswell incident was not a UFO, that it was a Russian probe that was jettisoned into our airspace, and it was actually, it actually crashed. And what we consider to be alien beings were alien beings. They were children that they manipulated. I don't know if you guys saw that Joe Rogan episode. That was pretty interesting. I mean, I think there's four theories, and I started to do the Roswell video, and it kind of got flagged, so I had to take it down. But there were four theories, if I can recall. There may have been five from Roswell that video that I had created and had to take down. Talk. I don't know if you guys want to hear that in here or now, but I think there were four or maybe five, if I can recall. And that was last year because that was the 75th anniversary of Roswell last year, if I can recall. Yeah, that was last year because I was actually going to go there, and then I had some stuff I had to work out with YouTube, so I was like, man, bump all this. But I didn't stop. I just was very frustrated. But there were four or five theories behind the whole Roswell incident, and we don't know because, like, I don't know what actually happened. I can just go by the information that was out there, and I was presenting that to you guys. So, do you think the climate change will expose? I don't know. It may. I'm not scientific mind like that. Only thing we could say is we could just tell in time. So I have not. I've seen the Skinwalker Ranch show a couple times. I haven't really watched it that much, but I try not to watch too much. Actually, I got rid of my cable. I got tired of the cable bills going up and down, and we weren't really watching it that much. So people need to realize how big the Earth is and how. Yep. So no one's saying anything. So I don't know if you guys want to hear about the Roswell thing. Artists a delay in it, but that was interesting with that the theories for that. What else was I gonna? Something else I was gonna put out about the different alien species, which I don't know if it's true or not. As some people are saying it's hundreds, some people are saying it's 10, 12, some people are saying it's five. But that right there to me was going to require a little bit more proof before we start saying it's this amount or that amount. So volcano eruption could put us back in the ice age. It'd have to be a huge one. 2009 to 2000 was the peak of UFO sightings. Well, we're starting to get a lot more now. I think that even if people are falsifying it, they may start seeing more of real stuff. But the problem with people falsifying it is no one will believe it. Like who was the guy that did the video on a year ago, Brother Yoral, who was able to call and summon UFOs? I was like, what the? It was on the news. And they showed it. He just sat up there and asked for the UFOs to come, and one appeared. It was kind of crazy. So kind of reading you guys' comments. Anything else y'all want to talk about before we end this? Any comments, things you guys want to see? I got, like I said, a lot of stuff I need to do. I do apologize. I got a life outside this a little bit, but I need to dedicate about 20% to this instead of the 5% I've been dedicating. That's literally how I've been 5% of my week has been dedicated to this. And I need to do a little bit more because I can do a lot better, but I'm just trying to work through this and get through some of these frustrations of certain things. Like there's a guy I started using music that was royalty free, and all of a sudden the guy is saying that he's trying to claim, monetary rights to his music now. We're like, this is royalty free. So it's not a copyright strike. It's just a claim from YouTube. So what I've been trying to do was go back to those videos when YouTube flags it and then mute that out. So I'm not using that before. I'm going to just buy a subscription to another one where I can find some good music. So if you watch some of my videos that's just now hitting this channel, some of it may be talking and it may go mute for a while. And I'm trying to work with YouTube on their new software will just mute out the music and not be talking. Because I think one of the videos I use this music for like 3 minutes. But I think it's space ambient is the music. So if you guys see that in my previous videos, don't use it. Because this guy is all of a sudden trying to get clients. And I don't mind paying him for it, but I was trying to get the content ID and stuff to match that up so I can start using it again, but we'll see. But anyway. Let's see real quick. Time is running out. Tomorrow, the House Oversight Committee is going to have a field day with the ARs in the Pentagon. Yeah. Me like buying pipe. I'm just going through you guys' comments real quick. Studio 51 says, don't end it just yet. I just got here. I'm looking for something I want to tell you. Okay. Talk away. I'm here. We got a little bit of time, so we'll keep it on so you guys can chat. I see you're chatting amongst each other a little bit. So I think when they spraying the skies, it has something to do with the camouflage. It could be. We don't know what's going on. I mean, it's hard to tell. It's good that you guys are thinking like that outside the box. Oh, that's funny. Somebody said they figured I'd be around 300 pounds. Wow. More of a Montel Williams vibe. Okay. No, I'm about 163. So I mean I train in the martial arts stuff. I still train a couple of days a week, 4 or 5 days a week or more. I don't even put that out. People said I should put that out. My training regimen and stuff, but most people don't believe it until they actually see it. But no, I'm not 300 pounds. I'm 164. And I cut my hair shorter over the last year or two. I may grow it back. Some people are like, "Oh, you cut your hair bald and blah blah blah. That's why you don't show yourself." No, I just don't show myself on YouTube. I do have from my other channel, I'll tell you guys this. There's a guy who emails me every day, 5 times a day, the same thing. And I'm never going to answer the guy. He wants me to answer him. He used to go on my other channel, my RC channel, and ask me to do reviews on stuff, and I don't do special requests, but for somebody that hasn't donated a dime to the channel. And he wants me to do reviews on certain things, but he went to my spam folder, and I went there maybe a couple of months ago. He's still messing with me. Like, this guy, I don't even read him. And he stalks me like on Facebook and stuff. So it's not so much that I don't put my face out there because of that, because you can look me up and find my information. But I just thought that that was interesting about that. So last thing I need to be is somewhere, because I also author books too. I do a lot of stuff. I just don't put it out there. And maybe I should a little bit more, but I just finished another book. I got another one in the works, and I got 2 more going. So right now I have 13 books that I've authored, children's books. And I used to program, and the first 5 books I did video games for. I did them in Adobe Flash. We no longer use those any CD-ROMs, and of course Adobe Flash got 86 because of Steve Jobs, so which is fine. But I used to love Adobe Flash. I used to do a lot of programming in that. But I did books. I used to program. I used to code. I didn't know how to do that. I learned how to kind of self-teach myself to program, which was interesting. A little bit more about myself. I used to be a chef. I came here to Atlanta to go to culinary art school. I found out that I didn't want to do that because they work all weekends, holidays, nights. You have no life, and you don't get paid anything. From what I was making, I was like, no, this ain't working for me. And I wanted to go out and do stuff, so I stopped doing that, and I jumped to computers, which is a complete, total opposite of that. And my first day, and I'm just kind of rambling on right now. Now I'm yapping, but I'm just telling you guys about myself. My first day in my computer class was the SCT 100 class, basic computer class. Introduced you to Microsoft's Office suite and all this stuff. I didn't even know how to turn the computer on. I turned the power button on the monitor, and I sat there and waited. And it never came on. And I saw everybody else talking about RAM and blah, 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 and the computer's this, and look at the processing chip. And then the instructor came by and said, what's the problem? I said, oh, my RAM and my computer. I had no idea what I was talking about. He was like, oh, and he pushed the power button on, and it came on. I said, oh, he's like, don't worry about it, son. So that was the start of my computer career, and it shows you where I started from to where I am now. So that was a commercial break. You just couldn't hit the skip button on that. So anyway, down back to you guys' comments. I have not talked about the animal mutilation. That's kind of a touchy subject because when you start doing stuff like that on YouTube, it starts kind of flagging you. Because they've got a lot more stricter on a lot of stuff that people put out, content and stuff. And you can do a little bit, but you can't do a lot. And then you have to watch the titles too. Like last night, I put up a couple of shorts on the Las Vegas incident. And they didn't get flagged for not being able to put it out, but they got flagged for ad suitability and stuff. And I was like, what the? It's just somebody talking about what they saw. It had no reason to do that at all. So no, I have not. I may sneak that in some videos I talk about in the future. I always thought that was interesting because that was really big in the 80s and 90s, I think, the animal mutilation. They were taking organs and all kinds of stuff from these cows and stuff, and they were precisionally cut with a laser. I mean, it was no blood or anything. It was pretty interesting. So I know what you're talking about when you say that. So Studio 51 is trying to find a movie with Charlie Scott on it. Okay. Okay, you guys are. I may go downstairs and get some meat while y'all talking amongst yourselves. How about that? James said he saw Joe Rogan. She's a wacko. Yeah, a lot of people were not liking that. And she said she had a deathbed confession that was what was going on. So whether that was true or not, I don't know. So now, you guys, I do have an Instagram account. I do put it in my other videos. It's in the description. It's not in this, but I do have one. And I do have a Rumble account. So a lot of things I cannot put on YouTube, I do put on those accounts. I think I put it in the community page the other day. You guys can see a lot more of what I can't show on YouTube. And it's not like it's bad stuff. It's just YouTube has a lot of restrictions because of a lot of stuff that's going on with the community and stuff, and copyright stuff like that with YouTube. But I do have a Rumble account and an Instagram account where I put stuff out there. So if you guys have any of those, go over there. I haven't done a Facebook yet because it's just becoming a lot to keep up with all this. But so let's see. Back to the comments. The laser and child was a camera effect. It was blowing a transformer. Okay. I'm not sure what you guys are talking about these last couple of comments on here. So, all right, guys, we're losing a couple of people. I know you guys are talking amongst yourselves, so we'll probably end this in just a second. See, you guys are. I doubt it. Show or somebody that video, and he's a retired lineman for 40 years. That was no blown transformer. Okay. Sorry, guys. I will be having some more stuff coming out. I'm gonna start doing book and movie reviews really soon, so you guys will see that coming up. And as always, I appreciate you guys for watching the videos. See, you guys are still. I'm trying to let you finish talking just a little bit before I end this. Maybe I'll have to some point in time just let you guys talk amongst yourselves. Just go live and say, "You guys talk. You guys chat." Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna end this. Hopefully, you guys kind of got each other's YouTube channel. Y'all can communicate too with each other. I see you got some conversations going on. Appreciate that, Pirate Plus. Outbound flight. I will see you guys in a couple of days.